Being a Microsoft partner is integral to our success when working with our partners. It enables us to have access to solutions and programs that we can then introduce to those partners and make their businesses more successful. Being a Microsoft partner means that we are able to be involved from the beginning of a solution creation, working with product specialists from Microsoft to help us deploy and work with partners for them to create their solutions that they take to market. From there, we're able to help them with go-to-market strategies, which again, Microsoft can support us with their marketing tools. Being a Microsoft partner means we have access to Microsoft resources that enable us to take a partner from the beginning of their Microsoft journey, creating solutions that they take to market. We can then help them with their go-to-market strategy. Microsoft supports us with that as well, and then once they've deployed their solution in market, it means that we can leverage on Microsoft support to maintain those environments created by our partners. We have continual enablement sessions with our partners, one-to-one, one-to-few webinars. We get involved with our partners, with their customers, help them deliver those solutions and be the conduit between them and Microsoft to enable them to have those stronger relationships with their customers and leverage on the Microsoft support that they gain through being a partner of Crayon.
So Crayon is serving Microsoft on all kinds of licensing motions. So we are an LSP where we cover together large enterprise, and we are also an indirect provider serving customers through our resellers and targeting the SMB business. So I have the pleasure to lead indirect business where we live and breathe SMB and CSP as a motion. So this is the foundation of our business strategy. What I love about CSP is that it's not really transactional conversation or licensing conversation. It's much more than that. It's about how we're going to help our customer transform through the digital transformation. So CSP is like an open framework where we can always make sure that we're going to find new and recurring business streams through the cross-sell and the upsell motions. And right now we are in the midst of the renewal season at Microsoft, and we see that we are doing extremely great with the CSP recapture rate by adding security conversation to existing install base. So maybe some context before we get into the question is that Crayon is a special partner to Microsoft. We serve all kinds of customers together through our LSP authorization to serve the large companies and public sector. And we also have the indirect provider authorization where we live through the SMB and the CSP motion. So I have the privilege to serve the SMB customers and the indirect motion. So it's 100% of what we do today and this foundation to our business strategy. What I like about CSP is that it's much more than a transactional or licensing conversation. It's about how we're going to help in time transform the customer into the digital transformation journey. So it's an open framework where we are looking at kind of new and recurring business streams through cross-sell and upsell opportunities. And we see it clearly right now with the renewal rate and recapture rate where we are adding security to any conversation we have with the SMB customers. I mean, security is clearly top of mind right now. So CSP is a fantastic mechanism where we basically can add our services, our managed services, our IP to Microsoft products. So it's how we're going to wrap our value around Microsoft technologies. So this is fundamental for us to go and scale our business. So when we look at Crayon, we are a services-led organization. So we have different centers of excellence where we build services and practices around data and AI, around security, around cloud infrastructure, and CSP allow us to scale these businesses with Microsoft. On top of that, I would say the second magical aspect of CSP is that it's a flexible construct. So we can be on the customer side always, which is the key DNA of Crayon, to make sure that we always meet the requirements and the needs of customers. So it's an open framework where we can have this upsell cross-sell conversation whenever it's going to make sense for customers. So the CSP framework is an open framework. It's made for partners to add the IP, the services to the Microsoft product, and we've wrapped that all together to be more compelling and relevant to the customers. So at Crayon, we have a big services component in everything we do. We are primarily an IT consultancy, so we have that center of excellence to deliver services around data and AI, around security, around cloud migration, and CSP is supporting all this. The second great thing and magical thing about CSP is that it's a very flexible mechanism. So with CSP, we are always on the customer side, where we can have the right conversation at the right time to have this upsell and cross-sell conversation whenever it meets the requirement and the needs of the customers.